wrestling has more than one royal family.
The Acclaim, top of the chain, so I bet you know the name. Getting all the fans entertained. The Acclaim, running in the game, and we in our own lane. Everybody saying that they wanna be acclaimed.
The king of rock, what? The king of rock, who? The king of rock, what? The king of rock, who? The king of rock, what? The king of rock, who? The king of rock, what? The king of rock, who? The king of rock, what? The king of rock, who? The king of rock, what? The king of rock, who? The king of rock, what? The king of rock, who? The king of rock, what?
If you believe yours is the only way, then you're the fool who lives to die. Will you just hold on? Hell, you're gonna pay on the other side. Once you reach the other side.
On the other side.
It's that Canadian flair for you.
God, that's such a good song.
It is very, very underrated in the current theme song right now. Probably because we
Def
hear it so-
Rebels catching strays left and right.
feel like it's only a matter of time before we see them in the Endeavor list if they don't get their shit together.
Just bring back Jim Johnson. Let's stop fucking around.
I think
Where the
that's
fuck is Jim?
that's the last Triple H gauntlet ring he got to collect. You know,
Yeah, that's
last
definitely yeah, shout out Jay Uso's next Friday or Friday after next reference. Said tell your mommy I said absolutely reckless. I feel like only niggas really understood that.
it really did. That was yeah,
And my boy Will knew.
and also in this generation too, because these Gen Z kids will not know what that is.
Not a damn clue. They don't know about that black greatness. They don't know
Speaking
nothing
of
about that.
Black greatness, shout out to your T-shirt and to your backdrop you got going on back there.
My number one WrestleMania moment of all time, right there. That was just, oh God, that was for the culture. That's all I can say about it. It was for the culture.
And shout out to Deron with his black T-shirt from Duncan, because that's also for the culture sometimes too.
I've run on that shit. They are not lying when they say African America runs on Duncan. That's what I'll say.
It is more for us because we usually Starbucks is to the other side, no pun intended. So
I'm in an interracial relationship, so I dabble in the Bucks. I gotta do it. Being I have a wholesome white significant other who I love dearly. So, I dabble in the Bucks.
All right, then. Well, thank you. Thank you for doing the social experiment we call and going to Starbucks. We'll have Deron do the social experiment of tallying up who goes everywhere next week. But how you doing? Everything's all good. And we still got part 2 of the bracket of the best feuds going on right now. So unless y'all want to address anything from this week that y'all find was anything to talk about, we'll continue that in just a few moments.
All I'm going to say is Tony Khan's comments on the WWE, on the NFL TV, whatever the fuck, was the dumbest fucking thing ever. Because guess what? This was my takeaway from the whole fucking thing. Now, if there's someone out there who does not watch wrestling at all, and they hear Tony Khan's comments about WWE's their competition, we're the Pepsi. First of all, you made yourself Pepsi. Like, we're Pepsi, and they're the Harvey Weinstein of the business. For someone who doesn't watch wrestling, one quick Google search will show you that there is no competition there. A quick Google search will show that there is zero competition between AEW and WWE. That was my only problem with what he said. He sounded like a dumbass. But it's like, I don't even care that like you're like if you said some shit that was true, I'd be like, yeah, you're fucking. It was real stupid for you to take a shot, but I mean, it's a fact. This is literally, this couldn't be further away from the fucking truth, like at all. And it's so funny because I saw someone write on Twitter, "Oh, Collision had 1.3 million people saw Swerve's promo. The rating of that show was less than NXT. The rating of that show was less than WWE's developmental."
Horrible. We
So
got
that was my shit that was popping off out here in wrestling, because I fucking hate Tony Khan. I really do. It's to that point now. Like, I just literally fucking hate you. And he's out here taking Meltzer drivers and then going on. I love that Pat McAfee called him out, or that other dude that Pat was talking to called him out, because the dude was like, Tony, like, he's like, at least stop moving your neck so much, like play the gimmick, like, keep the gimmick alive. It's like, yeah. Oh. Anything you find interesting?
So I'm just going to go on an Instagram comment real quick. Shout out to Pun. He's also a family member of AOP. That's not really, but kind of, he looks like him. So that's funny. But he comment on Instagram saying Def Rebel is like 1 for 50. For every Trick Williams theme, there's 5 Candice LeRae themes. And that's,
oh my Lord.
that's not the epitome of facts. That is.
Ray, how was it last night? Did you have a good time? Oh, there go that picture, dude. There go the picture of Jay.
Nah, man, he has hair. He has hair.
Yeah, he grew his facial hair back. But what's good, John?
Also, we can't talk to Jay anymore because he's friends with Black Arrow, and Black Arrow got repulsed by The Rock. So therefore, we're nobody.
That's true. Major shout out while we can real quick to Black Arrow Entertainment for getting the probably the biggest accolade you can get on Instagram right now, and that's being featured on The Rock social media, which is probably, like, I'm just going to make this shit up because it sounds correct, probably the most followed entertainer on Instagram, period. So it's probably Cristiano Ronaldo, but whatever, who cares?
He's up there. He got him some followers.
He got more followers than we do, so that's all we got to say about that.
We're close, though. We're close.
Yeah, we're right. It's like crazy number
neck
2.
And neck.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's like Benzino's neck and neck.
So, but yeah, getting featured by The Rock is, crazy accolades. So hopefully this just boosts up, his career like tenfold. So congratulations, Black Arrow. The whole J Movie Mania team called Pun. Oh, everybody. What's up? What's good? Was there a question being asked? Oh yeah.
My question was, how was last night?
So last night was lively. I'm not going to front. So I wasn't there for the first week of spring breaking, but the second week it was still real good.
They shook the building that first night.
The thing is, and they shook the building once again. Once Trick came out there first, like the place was so crazy loud, and it's like, it really is kind of shattering when Trick comes out there. It's crazy loud, like every single time. So I can only imagine in a big old stadium with 14,000 people yelling, "Whoop that Trick!" Like,
bro, when he came out on that SmackDown before the Royal Rumble, I couldn't believe that all those people knew.
Yeah,
I was like, oh.
And they was chanting, "Whoop that Trick" in that Rock segment, the Rock concert, just randomly. So
yeah.
It's really
they chanted "Whoop that Trick" at Mello at that SmackDown.
It's really just boosting up like crazy. So
good shit. Good shit.
But yeah, even before the show started, the main thing that was going on that you're probably going to see on Level Up is Young OG. Young OG is really, really stepping his game up like crazy. He had a match with Riley Osborne, the little jumpy kid from Chase U. It's going to be another fantastic match. So, but yeah, NXT in general was good. It was popping. Like we had Oba facing off against Trick in that infamous moment with Lash Legend, us chanting "You're the daddy" because of the envelope, and he looking at us crazy. Like this,
That was
whenever
some ignorant. That was some nigga shit right there. That was ignorant.
like y'all really just got to be there honestly one day because the energy it translates on TV, but there's a whole lot more going on that you don't see. So
Yeah.
it's really cool to be a part
Daniel's
of.
going to be there before me.
Shout out to a friend of the podcast, Carrie Nathaniel Cross.
King and Thin Cross sharing our stuff. Always
We
I
had
don't
a
know
lot of fucking action today, Dre.
that we did. That
My
we
phone was
did.
blowing up.
We had Lola sharing us. We had Karen sharing us. Ivar, Wesley. Shout out to Wesley coming back
Shout out to that young man.
from his
You
back surgery.
You should watermark your stuff.
Well, the name is up there, so it says 3D Wrestling Podcast when they share it.
That's not enough, but yeah, you're right.
You, what up, DJ Adam? We got
Hi,
a lot
What
of
up,
DJ Adam.
DJ Adam?
Rock versus Austin, Trick versus Mello, all the same thing. I don't know what type of diet carrying Nathaniel Cross is on, but this man is wild backed. No Diddy.
Bro, he is that boy doing something crazy. Man is doing something crazy. Got in hella good shape. Because there was a little period right there where he was still, brolic, but he wasn't what he is right now.
And yes, Hinjay, you are a friend of the podcast as well. Stop. I'm trying to look at every single. We're like getting comments from different platforms, and I'm just trying to.
I literally have 3 Facebook tabs open and our YouTube open.
like it's crazy. So, but I guess that means we're doing pretty good right now in life. So I like that. I appreciate that.
Oh, Henjay's back?
Yeah, Hinjay's up there.
Oh yeah, no, Henjay's the man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good time. Good time with Henjay.
He said that's great.
Yes, man, it's been we got the PLE coming Saturday. Thank God, nice matinee show. And there's one thing I'll tell you, I love a good matinee wrestling show because you got the whole day ahead of you after that.
What PLE we got coming up?
Backlash in Paris and no, where is it? Somewhere in France. Backlash is in France on Saturday at 1 p.m.
All right.
Well, thank you for saying 1 p.m. because I definitely thought it was going to be at night for some reason.
No, nigga, this is a nice matinee. 1 p.m. Let's get it going. I love it. I love when they go over there and shit's just early. Not that I could do without the 5 a.m. John. I could do without that, but nice 1 p.m. does the trick for me.
Jay, when y'all going to add me to the roster? Come on down,
Your
brother.
name does. Your name don't start with a D, sir. Respectfully.
D, J Movie Mania.
I mean, it can be Jay and the Pips.
Jay and the Pips. No, we don't need Jay. You don't need Jay coming in here and just making us feel little all the time, right?
Yeah, but if we want more followers, Jay can definitely help because you never know. Jay might have us reposted by The Rock.
He knows people.
That's all you're gonna say is gonna get reposted by The Rock now. That's gonna be the bit.
Before we get into this bracket, I just want to say one thing. I stumbled upon this video, and I did a stitch to it on TikTok, but I've watched the video itself at least like 20 more times. But Paul Heyman looking at Adam Pearce back in the COVID days and saying, "I'm from New York. I'll whoop your ass. You talk about you disrespect my tribal chief." Is one of the greatest fucking things to ever happen. It's literally one of the greatest things ever happened. The way that he looked at him, said, "I'm from New York. I'll whoop your ass." I'll catch a full body for Paul Heyman. It was just a work of art. He's the fucking greatest of all time.
You said this was on the pandemic era?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was they're in the Thunderdome.
Yeah, definitely share that in the group. I posted in the story tonight rather.
Oh yeah, no, that shit's hilarious. But yeah, let's go ahead and We got Henjay here. He can participate with us. Let's jump into this fucking bracket.
We got
I
Jay
mean,
here.
yeah, you can put Mr. Money Movie Mania on. You know, 'cause
Then we
why
won't
not?
have it. We won't have it. We got to have an odd number for a bracket.
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, all right. I don't know things. I'm just here.
So where are we at? Share. Until then, leave in the comments drums or flats. And if you say flats, then you might as well go to hell. All right. So share. There we go. This is where we left off.
Oh shit! I forgot about this. All right. All right. Let me set the tone with this. All right. Now hear me out. Daniel Bryan winning was a magical moment. And his beef with the authority, great. About a year, maybe a year, maybe a little less. The stages of Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Matter of fact, these niggas fought backstage. My answer is Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. All right. These dudes scrapped. They literally had to screw a man out of the company. Okay. Like they went from being cordial co-workers and putting on great matches to fucking hating each other and making an even better story out of it. Because the story going into the Iron Man was Shawn won the Rumble, Bret was the champ, two baby faces. We're just gonna show athleticism for over an hour. But it was always my go-to favorite match of all time. But the beef, the pure beef, the sunny days, Bret basically calling Shawn Michaels Bret calling Shawn Michaels a homo on television.
It's not PG.
I don't even think that's PG. Shout out our boy Truthy. But yet, the real life animosity that takes the fucking that. I thought this was hard. You think about, and first of all, this boiled in. This is what really led to the Attitude Era. This beef is what got us to the dance. This is where we really found out that that Vince McMahon was the goddamn owner. Yeah, I'm going with Shawn and Bret easily.
Now, whereas all of that is extremely valid points, and I don't disagree with it at all, I think the only thing that's just deterring me is that most of their shit was just backstage. And we kind of like, we got the gist of it years later, with books and documentaries and all that type of shit. I just think that the storyline with Daniel Bryan and the Authority, even though I think this was like one of the first in our modern era, the first long term storytelling, something like that is what I'm trying to say. Because this whole
Chill
Daniel
B.
Bryan in the modern era, and I'm not talking about, I'm saying like,
Okay, yeah, because I definitely went straight to Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. But yeah, go ahead,
no,
cook sis.
no, yeah, no, modern era. So, like before that, what was it? I couldn't even tell you. Um, but yeah, like this literally took Daniel Bryan from that 18-second WrestleMania match to B plus player to the Elimination Chamber to SummerSlam with Cena getting screwed over with Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell, super kick by Shawn Michaels randomly, getting cheered and chanted in that whole championship celebration with Cena and Orton in the ring that had nothing to do with Daniel Bryan, but put him in there anyway.
Love that
Like
segment. Fantastic segment.
the whole Royal Rumble debacle, like,
The one time Rey Mysterio got booed in his career.
like it was really, really, really crazy. So this was like the first real peak long. I don't even this it was long-term storytelling, but it wasn't the plan at all because he obviously wasn't even supposed to be in that match. It was supposed to be Batista and Orton, and they had to change shit up. So
I don't know. I think my problem is it's also like it goes to also show like that people this was a good example of people who don't like each other need to fucking stop being bitches and make money. Okay? Like you look at stuff like this and like think like, you know, with the whole elite and the punk and all that stuff, it's like you all should have just shut the fuck up and just made some money together. And I don't know, I just think the realism of Sean and Brett really did it for me because like that went on for a while. And just the way it ended and all that, I just think like as far as a rivalry, you know, like not just like a beautiful story, but like a straight up like rivalry. Yeah, that's my pick. Them niggas they did not like each other, and they didn't like each other they didn't talk to each other till 2010. All right,
Crazy. Like legit.
they talked to each other till 2010, from 1997 to 2010.
John Carlo going to say the biggest feud was Yokozuna and a buffet. That's horrible.
That's what he said?
Yes.
Come on, bro. Do better.
As a fellow Samoan, you put some respect on your family lineage.
Wait, he's not Japanese? They
John
really
Carlo.
thought they was going to get away with that, telling us Yokozuna was Japanese. I mean, they kind of got away with it because I was, you know, a child, but damn.
John Carlo not Spanish or Jamaican or Westafarian. Well, anyway, I think we might be 1-1 here. I don't know. Deron, if you got any input.
You're muted.
You're on mute, sir.
Daniel Bryan versus The Authority. I lived through that. I didn't live through the other one.
I think he was alive. What? All right. I think that might be 2-1, Daniel. I'm sorry.
I mean, you know, that's fine. I'll live.
I love that rivalry, though. There's no knock on it. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, Foley versus Orton.
Do I have to base this solely off of WWE is my question, and I'm sure it's Deron's question as well.
I guess not. You guys got free range.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Just look up their last ladder mania. I'm pretty sure Sami Zayn should be dead. Pretty sure Kevin Owens should be dead. Foley and Randy Orton had a great match. In Ring of Honor, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens was a rivalry.
Yeah, I think Foley and Orton only had one great match, but this thing goes.
But even that battleground match though, good Lord.
From ROH to NXT to main roster to WrestleMania. They really did it.
Literally. And PWG for that man. And all the other random indies they wrestled in front of 20 people. Hell yeah. Give me Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Give me El Generico and Kevin Steen.
Tag champs at WrestleMania too. It's crazy. Good job to both of y'all.
And that's why that moment meant so much to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Fuck that DX and rated RKO. It was all right. It was cute, but Roman and Cody.
The only thing I remember is Edge and Orton dresses up as Triple H and them having the fucking nose. Other than that, grown men cried over this rivalry for Roman and Cody.
Yes, sir.
Cody Rhodes is a best man in a wedding because of this rivalry between Roman and Cody.
Cody Rhodes won for America.
Cody Rhodes is probably leading in Make-A-Wish right now because of this rivalry between Roman Reigns and Cody.
Yeah, the answer is Cody Luther King Jr. and Roman Reigns.
No doubt about it.
Tell me I saw that clip of him talking with Peter Rosenberg and the other dude addressing the fact of the memes of him in historical black photos.
Oh, I didn't see that clip. I thought you was going to talk about the Tony Storm clip, but what did he say about the
no,
black?
he essentially was saying that he's flattered by it, and talking about how his daughter's black, and the dude was like talking about how like Dusty was loved by black people and all that shit. So yeah, Cody's aware
And
that
he
he's a
has
black man.
He has a stepdad named Otis.
It don't get much blacker than that.
Otis
It really don't.
Otis owns a cab company, and he's the only one allowed on the grill at the house.
Oh yeah, Otis is running shit.
But if we're
Otis
talking,
might have plastic on the couch still. We don't know.
he definitely does. Also, get these two old niggas out of here, Jericho and Shawn Michaels.
Jericho and Shawn Michaels was great for so many reasons because the fact of, and I always love talking to people about this because when people were talking about like Shawn Michaels and shit like that, I always bring up the fact that Shawn Michaels, he lost. Shawn Michaels lost a lot. He lost a lot, and is considered by people, at least by most people, one of the greatest of all time. He didn't need to win. He never needed to win to fucking pull you in. Bars.
Chris
Like
Jericho. No, go ahead.
Finish your statement. Please say it.
Chris Jericho punched Shawn Michaels' wife for real.
In the fucking face.
Like she had a shiner instantly. And lost.
Also, this nigga threw him through a TV and fucked his eye up even worse.
Bro. Threw him into a fucking TV.
And then fucked his eye up even worse.
We had Shawn Michaels throwing piss on him. That was Jericho, right? Better to be pissed on than pissed off?
Most
or pissed
likely
off than pissed on? Yeah, I think that was Jericho. And yeah, that ladder match for the world title that they had. Come on, bro. This ain't even a question. Get fucking... I'm sorry. I mean, I really only like Randy over there. I don't give a fuck about the other guy.
Earl Hebner? What the fuck he do?
His son's a bitch, though. I'll tell you that.
Good Lord.
Oh, this is spicy.
So longevity versus impact. Actually, they both got impact, so I can't even say that.
They do. I only cried to one of these feuds, though.
Okay, I guess I'll kick things off. Trish and Lita is literally the start of women's revolution.
You right?
That's the start. Without Trish and Lita, we wouldn't get no Mickey James licking her middle fingers. We wouldn't get everything Charlotte Flair doing now. All that. They'd still be considered divas, and they still have the segment where they pose their fucking Playboy magazine cover in the middle of the ring. Right. Let's not forget that niggas was doing that.
You right?
They had a whole diva search. Without Trish and Lita, we still would have got all that shit. But this nigga CM Punk was a real fucking menace to Jeff Hardy.
Talk about it, Rod. Talk about it.
And this is not even SES CM Punk where he was like straight edge society. No, this is CM Punk putting Jeff Hardy's DUIs on the main screen and trying to pour like liquor in his mouth. Nah, man. Didn't he smash him over the head with a beer bottle, or was that Chris Jericho?
I think Jericho hit Punk with a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, it was.
This shit was personal, Deron. This was like Trish and Lita. I never really felt that like I didn't look at them and like, oh yeah, they went backstage and they might have scrapped. Jeff and Punk, I thought them niggas couldn't even be in the same room. Like that impact also goes to show like how loved Jeff Hardy was because Punk made a great point when because he was a babyface when he cashed in on Jeff. He's like, you guys cheered for me when I cashed in last year. Now you want to boo me because I cashed in on this guy. It's like, because you don't fuck with Jeff Hardy. No matter what Jeff does, we will always love him. I don't know why Jeff always had a chokehold on black people, but goddamn it, we love him.
Before Cody, it was Jeff.
Oh, nigga.
Jeff was probably the most arrested like wrestler in my childhood growing up, and just no one cared.
No one.
There was like, Jeff is drunk again? That's crazy. I'll see him next week.
Yeah. Like Jeff's drinking. Oh, that's all right. Yeah. Like
All you had to do.
nobody give a fuck about that. So Impact versus God damn, man. This is hard. I ain't gonna lie. This is hard.
Get back trick card. Good news for y'all.
This nigga, bro.
Does that mean Trick gonna be on the show next week? Let's promote it. That's good. Imagine.
If we got Trick Williams on here,
All right, bougie as fuck. I come in here with a fur coat.
I'm saying
I'm
gonna
not gonna
wear a
lie.
whole suit.
I'm not gonna lie. I come in here broke as fuck. All my shirts gonna be ripped. Hey, Mr. Champion, sir, I ain't got no money. Spare some change.
I'll pull up. I'll pull up with my NXT championship.
That's
Send him
crazy.
an email.
Because
overnight.
one's bought, and one's earned. Anyways,
Fair.
he'll be like, "Oh, that's the old one. You got the new one yet?" You'll be like, "I can't afford it." He'll be like, "Well, I can." I'm like, "Well,
Yeah.
It's 3 tickets to Clash at the Castle. Ah!
Oh God.
I would lose my fucking mind if I had
Hey,
to
you
go to
guys-
If I had to go to Scotland and do my Becky Lynch impersonation. I'd lose my mind.
Don't. Because what does Becky Lynch do?
You know he
Not a
hates
joke.
her.
You know what Becky was saying.
Does
to all her
anybody?
opponents?
Oh
Wait.
yeah, what was it, Duran?
What did I say last week?
I forgot what was it. It
This
was
why I
so
ha-
good.
This is why I hate being a comedian, because I can't remember the joke.
I'll punch you in the mouth.
No, was it like I
something
thought it was
like
like
that.
that's a nice championship, or like don't mind if I do. What
No,
was
it was anytime a champion had like no opponents, Becky Lynch come out and be like, "How to fight you for it?" And then she wins. now
Then
I'd
she
have-
wins. Yeah,
I'd have to do that at Clash of the Castle. And then I'd be
I'll
embarrassed.
fight you for it.
How to fight you for it? And then
I'll fight you for it.
then it'd be like
That's the greatest thing.
they just call me the N-word in their native tongue, and then I gotta run away.
That's crazy.
My younger cousin just came in. Just this is why I love black people. This nigga just comes and leaves a comment that just says, "Stone Cold was the best wrestler ever. I'm here to argue." Like that's just
What?
that's just niggas
There's
coming
no-
hype.
There's no argument.
Niggas coming hype.
Yes, sir.
Shout out
Let
my
me-
cousin Adrian, bro.
Text me the
So,
info. Let
oh,
me know.
man.
No.
So are we picking this or what? Because I've
yeah.
made
Oh yeah, we
I've
do have
made
a
claims
back-
on both sides.
You did a great job. Great job. Dre, go first.
Man, Jeff Hardy and CM Punk was the premier rivalry back in SmackDown during that time. And I think this was Jeff Hardy's last rivalry before he left again, before he went to TNA.
Yeah, this was his goal. That's why I said it. I only cried during one of these rivalries because
Yeah.
that shit was heartbreaking.
Yep, this is the last one before he went downhill and gave us that terrible Bound for Glory match where Sting is still mad at him for the rest of his life.
Also, shout out, that is true. And AJ Styles was pissed as fuck. Shout out to CM Punk coming out as Jeff Hardy that one time. I had
Whoa.
everybody fucking blindsided, including myself for a hot second, because everybody thought that was Jeff Hardy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like CM Punk's coming out party as a heel. So I just wish they had a little bit more time. Like maybe could have led to a wrestle. I don't know. But honestly, Trish and Lita, they like you said, started the women's revolution, first women's main event on Raw ever. Then
Lita
they had-
broke her damn neck essentially in that match.
broke her neck, multiple matches, changing the titles back and forth. That Unforgiven match with Trish's first retirement. You know what? I love to see Punk and I was about to say Edge, but I'm gonna go with Trish and Lita.
I think I will also go with Trish and Lita. We have to think about today. Think about women's wrestling today.
Yeah, that
We
wouldn't have happened.
got to.
Yeah,
I don't think.
like I
I don't,
said, I feel like there'd be no Bianca, there'd be
Oh, come
no
on now. I
Rhea.
can't even fathom that.
Yeah, without this, Trish and Lita was like, all right, because remember, around this time, Lita was still doing the whole Vince McMahon thing where she was just a sex symbol. So
and
niggas even know she could really wrestle like that.
hopefully, I'm not fact checked about this, but this is like one of them rivalries during the whatever attitude, ruthless aggression era. And I don't think these two had one bra and panties match during the peak.
No, not against each other. Definitely not.
Yeah, during
They
the peak.
wrestle.
So, congrats to them on that.
Yeah, we can't. We gotta. Trish and Lita. All right, hear me out. I need you to hear me out, gentlemen. Okay. That was a great TLC match between the two of them, also, by the way. I could be wrong with what I'm about to say. Let me just preface it by that. Okay. And John Cena and Edge was great. Nigga went to his house, slapped his pops up. Disrespectful. Some solid matches. That TLC was amazing. Great finish. Great promos back and forth. But this Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, bro. What this did last night, my girlfriend literally looked at me. She's like, "Are you just watching the whole Bloodline?" There's a history of Bloodline playlist video that WWE put up that's like almost 2 hours. And when I watched what Sami Zayn went through to get the approval of everyone, to then the War Games and finally getting that hug from Jay, to then having to choose between the Bloodline and his best friend, to then being on trial and Jay being the one to defend him, to then Jay making Sammy believe that he's going to choose him to then turn on him. But this match right here, I had way more feeling, immensely more feeling and investment into Sammy and Roman than any single time that John and Edge touched. Hella pause. I don't know what it was, but there's just something about that, the lead up to that, the entrances, the bell rings, and they're just standing there. What the hell my cousin say? What about the Triple H HBK feud? That SummerSlam match was like, look at, I'm so proud of him. That's my little man right there. I'm so proud of him. He knows. I don't know if we reached that yet, but we're gonna get into that. I'm sorry.
We already did that last week, but it's gonna pop up again.
I'm sorry, but I have to go with Roman and Sammy just from the story and feeling alone. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, then that's fine. But just the way that I felt about this match, because I don't know how many times I've said it on this podcast. My emotional investment in Sammy is absolutely sky high. Like, it's just it's sky high. And this match, the chair shot at the Royal Rumble. Come on, man. And this was one of those matches where we were like, Sammy's not winning. Clearly, Sammy's not winning. But during that match, there were some points where you were like, oh, hold up. Wait a minute. And Roman talking to Sammy's wife, talking to Sammy's dad. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Like I said, I could be wrong, but I have to go with my gut and my heart on this, and the answer for me is Roman and Sammy. That may be blasphemous to some people, and I'm sorry, but I have to. I can't.
It's not blasphemous. It's understandable, but I'm definitely gonna go Edge and Cena because
I respect it.
like this is the peak of Superman, not well, almost Superman Cena, and he's basically untouched. Goes all the way to the Elimination Chamber, wins it, of course. Edge is running around with the Money in the Bank briefcase, beefing with Matt Hardy and Ric Flair for some random reason. All of a sudden, comes out. We don't know what's going on. First Money in the Bank, cash in. Edge wins the title. Like, then they go back and forth. This nigga Cena could not shake Edge at all. Even when Edge would disappear, like Edge would come out and screw Cena. Look at ECW One Night Stand 2. Motorcycle,
What a moment!
motorcycle helmet spear through the thing. It's Edge. RVD's the world champion. Them two trading the titles back and forth. Edge beating Cena in Boston. Cena beating Edge in Toronto and Canada. Like
Oh, it was
slapping
Toronto.
Cena's
It was in
Toronto.
there.
Slapping Cena's dad, of course, like you mentioned earlier. Like this was literally Batman and Joker. Like he could not shake it, and that was the great being thrown in a river. Like it was crazy.
And
So
this is what made Edge a main eventer.
it
This
did.
is literally what made him a main eventer.
And it gave Cena that premier rivalry that he can bite into. Because at that point, Cena was just destroying everybody. He never really lost cleanly or even dirty at that point. So
Yeah.
that was
I got no qualms with anything you said, my good man.
yeah. So I think I'm gonna go with Cena and Edge. So I'm fighting person at Royal Rumble 2006. 2006, where were they? Were they in Orlando that year too? I think so. If I remember. But yeah, Duran is on you, sir. Okay, so Cena.
Let's see.
Miami.
We got Sami Zayn, the ultimate underdog,
Ultimate.
versus Roman Reigns. We knew he wasn't gonna win, but then he cuts the promo in the native language of French when they're in Canada. Am I right? He cuts that promo, and then he had everybody hyping him up. And they're like, "Look, you just got to believe in yourself." He's like, "Nah, man, I need something stronger." He's like, "You just got to believe." And yeah, man, it solidified Roman as a big bad. And then, like you said, Royal Rumble, the chair shot, Sammy kicking out of the spear, doing the fucking Harlem Shake on the bottom rope. But Edge and Cena. I didn't remember much about the rivalry because I wasn't a big wrestling fan back in those days. I think my Caribbean parents are trying to keep me from anything that reminds them of the devil. So all I mostly remember is Cena hitting the FU on Edge off the top of the ladder, putting him through like mad tables. And Edge cashing in at Armageddon, I think 2001. Was that Armageddon?
New
Or was
Year's,
it?
It was
New
New
Year's
Year's Revolution
2006,
2006.
2005, 2006 ish. Whenever
Well,
December, January, that thing hit.
I'm always wrong about wrestling. That's why you guys are my friends. I'm gonna go Roman and Sammy.
It's validated. I'll give you that.
Because like I said, I wasn't watching it back then, and I was watching this, so I'm gonna just base it off.
Get
Shut up!
the fuck out of here! Pack it up. I'll say this. I will say this. Cena's godly performances with AJ Styles. The matches are up there. But those two, Brett and Steve whooped his ass, then got in the ambulance in the driver's seat, then whooped his ass some more. Steve was he was terrorizing Brett. Steve was the one who got Brett to come back to WWE after his hiatus after he lost to Shawn. Because Steve was just talking so much shit. It made Austin. It fucking made him. Austin says that this is the match that made him. Well, not the one in the picture. That's from Survivor Series 1996. But WrestleMania 13, and I've said it before on this podcast as well, this is one of the best examples, if not the best example, of a great long-term story with a perfect fucking ending. What was the real beef between John and AJ was AJ being like, yeah, you ain't really him. Like, I was out here grinding. I've been grinding out here. And Cena's like, yeah, I wasn't built for that. I was built for the main stage. I'm here for this, which was cool. It was great. They had great promos back and forth, but this shit felt real. And yeah, I'm not mad at anyone for AJ and John, but when it comes to the actual feud and story, not even close to me. Not even close.
If Cena and AJ was in a different bracket with someone else, it would have went through, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can understand both your sides, but all I'm saying is this: we had even if he's not in his prime, right? We had the Golden Boy from TNA and the Golden Boy from WWE that we never thought would ever interact, ever.
Never even thought I wanted to see it.
Because they're two opposite styles. No one's thinking, oh yeah, I can't wait to see. No one's dream match at the time was AJ Styles versus John Cena. Be honest.
And nobody can fully go into this match saying that they knew it was going to be a banger.
Nobody. And also the goddamn super FU hold roll into the F. Come on.
To capture his 16th world title.
Come on,
Absolutely.
bro.
Beautiful.
Like I said, like Dre said, if it was anybody else, send them through no problem, like a credit card with no limit. But this is Bret and Stone Cold. You don't even talk about WrestleMania in certain aspects without bringing up Bret and Stone Cold.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Their matches, they fought. They didn't wrestle. Them niggas fought, bro.
Stone Cold was bleeding on the mat. They just turned it into black and white. They was like, well, we can't show the blood, but we'll show Stone Cold not even tapping out, passing out.
And then it was put on a t-shirt and a VHS tape.
Sure was.
I
got in trouble for that shirt in elementary school. True story.
Shit is crazy out here. But yeah, I understand for Bret and Stone Cold that we're passing that through. But yeah, John Cena and AJ Styles.
They really deserve their flowers.
Yeah, they definitely did.
I'm about to click this by accident.
And first of all, that's where we got John Cena doing the backpack stunner.
Oh yeah.
When
he was pulling all types of tricks out the arsenal.
That's what he would do, the springboard stunner.
Stunner.
Yeah, when he added to the 5 moves of doom.
He said 5 moves? Nigga, watch this.
He was doing springboard
I think he
stunners.
busted out a code red too.
He did. That was his move at one point. He was doing code red stunner. Before Cody Rhodes was doing it, John Cena was doing it first.
Listen, great stuff. And no one saw it coming. It was a beautiful surprise. But God, Bret and Austin, them motherfuckers fought. They fought. They ain't wrestled. They fought.
So yeah, Bret and Austin. Austin's coming out party. Pause.
We can just send Undertaker and Shawn Michaels through. Even as a Rock stand, we can just send them through. Like, don't even worry about the other. Because if this was only one night only, like how they promoted it, then we'd have had a different conversation. But it wasn't.
I didn't like either of the matches, so
I enjoyed the first one only because I had the 2K game that was assigned with the John Cena Rock match. And nigga,
that was the Rock's coming back special. So that's obviously a big moment for Rock fans and stuff.
I couldn't beat the Rock to save my life. That nigga had ultimate fucking finishers. Yo, Dre remembers, nigga, every time that nigga I'd hit him with an FU, that nigga reversed the FU into a rock bottom. I'm like, nigga, but how do I beat you? You don't.
It's the final boss.
I look at Shawn and Bret. I mean, Shawn and Taker, I go to 97 or 96. No, 97. Yeah, I look at 97, SummerSlam, the start of it. I look at it from SummerSlam 97 to WrestleMania 26. And yeah, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
The only thing I like about Cena and The Rock is their first build up to their first match. You know, the
Yeah, that was
promos
good.
back and forth, you know, the callbacks and things like that. The second time
Like, I
around,
don't
it
need my notes from my promo on my wrist. Nice tattoo.
Sir,
he got so hot.
the promos were great. Then you got the random tag match between the Awesome Truth. That was a thing just to build up to. That's what I'm saying. Like if it was a one off, I'm okay with that.
To this day, Cena's the only man to make The Rock get so thrown off. He didn't do no catchphrases. He didn't do no Rudy Poo. He was like, I am 6'5" and 275. That'll rip your throat out. Sir,
We and all of us who
the
know
line
The Rock
was
and
the line
know
was
his
if you
promo work,
smell.
bro, we know The Rock's promos through and through. So we all immediately knew that he was heated.
That
Like
was not The Rock.
immediately knew he was heated.
Nigga
That
said,
was-
"Keep talking, and I'm gonna fuck you up."
That was Dwayne. That was Dwayne. Hard
That's
vibes.
That was Dwayne.
That was before the final boss. Keep talking, and I'm gonna fuck you up. All right.
So good job, Cena.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taker and Michaels. Edge and Rollins versus Batista and The Undertaker.
All right. Question.
Batista and Undertaker for me. I'm not even having a discussion about it. Boom.
Is it really like a feud though?
With Batista and Taker.
Yeah.
I think they had a few matches. Batista won one of them, I think, randomly at like a Cyber Sunday. I really don't remember this last man standing match, but they did have a good match at WrestleMania, obviously. I really don't
Great
even
match at
honestly
WrestleMania.
remember the whole Edge and Rollins feud, to be honest with you.
I remember Edge and Rollins because they had beef from when Rollins was trying to break that nigga's neck.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then we brought that back up.
But like this Hell in a Cell, like I don't know.
When I think of Batista and Taker, I simply only think about WrestleMania. I don't think of a rivalry. I don't think about a feud.
And I only think of Edge and Rollins at that SummerSlam. Like I said, I didn't even remember they had a Hell in a Cell match, honestly.
Oh yeah, that was good stuff right there. I remember that. Yeah, I mean, me personally, just from like memory and investment, as far as a feud, I will have to say Edge and Rollins. So it's on you, Dre.
This is really a toss-up because I feel like no matter what, they're probably going to be scouted out next round. But I guess Edge and Rollins had more matches.
It was definitely more of a feud.
Yeah, I don't remember what their feud was about. I want the world title. Give me what I want. Let me just do that. We'll see.
Come on, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's go. Yeah, let's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Banks and Sasha. Y'all was fantastic, but nothing's touching that.
That's so fucked up, bro.
If you was up against Macho Man and Warrior, we would have voted you, Sasha and Bailey. But this is Stone Cold and The Rock here.
That's so fucked up.
You know,
that's so fucked up.
You know what's crazy?
Maven versus The Undertaker. Yeah, they would have.
I would put Maven versus the popcorn machine. Go ahead, Duran.
If it was anybody else,
if
it was like if this was the match prior, and then the other one was Undertaker and Batista versus Stone Cold and The Rock, conversation's over.
Since we already know what we're voting for here, let's, for a quick second, if this was Sasha and Bailey versus Trish and Lita, which one would y'all choose?
I mean, Trish and Lita ran so they could walk, but Bailey and Sasha took it to another level.
Bro. First of all, this Sasha made some little girl cry. They involved that every video package ever. Sasha made some little girl cry.
I saw the first Sasha Bailey at Takeover Brooklyn 1 live. Crying. Grown men crying. Hey, babe. Are you just going to leave me hanging like that, huh? Just live on the internet. But yeah. I think I would pick Sasha and Bailey over that.
Do you want to go talk to her? Did she give you a high five?
No, she's about to come back. I'm gonna try to get another
I'll
one.
give you something to fight about.
I'll give you something to fight about. Like I said, we already know what's the answer, but Sasha and Bailey, especially Bailey being the only horsewoman that couldn't win a title, and like,
I got it, y'all.
there we go.
She loved me.
I wasn't gonna say anything until I heard the clap.
She loved
Anyway,
me.
but yeah, I said what I said out loud. Dre, shut your ass up, bitch. That is a good one. But
I would say that's the actual greatest rivalry of all time.
what are you talking about, man? It's Val Venus versus Taki Michinoku. Me choppy your penis.
Crazy.
me choppy
your pee.
That was really on television. But Sasha and Bailey, especially Bailey. Oh my God! When Bailey won, that place lost their mind.
I cried. Grown man crying in the crowd with my friends also crying.
That place lost their mind when Bailey won the NXT Women's Championship.
It was like poetry in motion, bro. When she did the reverse Rana, then she got up, fucking tightened up her fucking Babysitter's Club ponytail, and then hit her with the fucking. Oh my goodness! Oh God!
Story.
They were great. They were great, but yeah, we know. We
Yeah,
know.
it's not coming close to. They had 3 years in the ring together. Isn't that crazy?
3 Mania main events.
Like the height of everything that their rivalry, the culmination of all that is 3 years.
It was bigger than the title at WrestleMania 19. They closed the show,
bro. When fucking Stone Cold shook Vince McMahon's hand, we was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
This was literally two number ones fighting each other for 3 years,
bro.
It's longer than 3 years because it's those Manias are 2 year or there's a year in a gap between all 3 of them.
That's true.
True.
It's 15, 17, and 19.
Okay, yeah. But that's fucking crazy though. Like, first of all, the matches it doesn't matter. It didn't even matter who won and lost.
Didn't.
Stone Cold won majority of them.
And that was the whole story of the third one.
Exactly.
I've done it all in this business except for one thing. And that's whoop that bald candy ass at WrestleMania.
And then cue the on my head. That song. Turn the line. You're tonight. That song. And then he does the fucking slow beer club. I can watch that promo alone right now. And all these broken dreams make them come true. Oh, Drew McIntyre's
I was like, is this something that I missed?
Nah, I forgot what song
it was My Way by Limp Bizkit.
It was My Way. Yeah.
Well, I heard My Way by Frank Sinatra, and then Broken Dreams came out.
So you're in the alternate universe right now. The TVA from John got you.
Miss Minute got me. Heard you.
He got you.
Tell your brother to chill out, bro. Tell your brother to chill out.
First of all,
Brock versus every black wrestler.
Nah, that's true. That's the
Everybody,
real feud.
Trick Williams better look the fuck out. That's what it's in Lash's envelope.
That's crazy. It's an invite to Brock Lesnar meet Butcher Shop.
As soon as she opened the envelope, it's Brock Lesnar.
He comes out of the envelope.
That'd be insane.
What type of shit?
How did he fold so well? But yeah, Stone Cold and The Rock because you know what? Broken dreams. That's why. And Texas. Broken dreams in Texas.
That's funny. Whew. Oh, there was one more. Stone Cold and Triple H. Okay.
First of all, this rivalry ended in wait, is this the before or after the 2-man power trip?
I think it's just overall.
I think this is before.
But I don't think they wrestled. Like, I don't think they really had a rivalry after the 2-man power trip.
No.
I mean, I think they just fell apart. I think Stone Cold beat Triple H for the title?
No, Triple H got injured.
Yeah, so they was tag champs, and then they got injured in the match that they lost the tag titles, and then after that they didn't beef. But the rivalry before that was based off of Triple H being the person, basically setting up Stone Cold being ran over by Rikishi, and then they had like a series of matches.
Yeah, they had that 3 stages of hell and No Way Out 2001.
2001, and then they no Way Out 2002. 2001.
Nah, yeah, 2001.
2001, and because they had that first match at Survivor Series 2000, and that's where Stone Cold like took the car over. Triple H got bitten in the face by a snake that I thought was real. There's a lot going on back then.
I'm gonna be honest though. This Shield Evolution John was way better than it should have been.
It was. And
it was way better than it should have been.
Like, it was a great rivalry, but at the end of the day, the Shield swept Evolution. This is like
their ass 2 times.
This is like Denver versus the Lakers right now. Like, they whooped their ass 3 times actually. Was it 2 times or 3 times? Whichever.
No, I think it was 2. I think it was Battleground and Payback. There's 2 of them, and then it was to the point that Triple H had to fucking strike a deal and turn Rollins heel, made him leave the group.
Has Brock lost to anybody black other than Lashley and Cody?
I think the answer is no to that, honestly. But
yeah, this is gonna be my last one. My son's still awake, so
yeah, I'm gonna go spend some time with my lovely lady. You know,
it's the last one before the next round anyway. So
I'm gonna go with Stone Cold and Triple H. Now the only reason is if we had the Wyatt family versus the Shield, that'd have been much worse.
I think we had it up there earlier. I'm not sure.
We had it in the first round, yeah. Well, in earlier round.
Then I'm gonna go Stone Cold and Triple H. That's gonna be my time, and then y'all can figure out what y'all doing.
Oh, I'm getting out of here too. I'll go Stone Cold and Triple H.
I was gonna pick Evolution and the Shield, but all right, 2 against 1. That goes on. So now we're gonna go into the next round later on next week. That's going to be the preview of next week is Brock versus Brock. So just
I don't know how was Brock and Bo. You know what, Dre, you're the master.
So just
Dre, you're gonna have to be the candidate for this one. Open it up with a nice monologue.
Well,
on what you think is.
You know who's not winning? Black people. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining in and tuning in to the 3D Wrestling Podcast. Always and forever. You can find us everywhere, all social media outlets, every single outlet in the world at this point. Just look up 3D Wrestling Podcast. You'll find us. Daniel, if you want to let them know where to find you.
Oh, you can follow me on Instagram at Daniel_Lamar or on TikTok at Lamar Loves Wrestling. I post videos now, so I'm trying to get them followers up. Got a couple views. My girlfriend's the TikTok star of the household. Out here pulling 16K views and all that. She's a TikTok star around these parts. So shout out to her. But yeah, you give me a follow, and we'll be back next week. Same 3D time, same 3D channel.
For DJ King Apollo, look out for him on his Facebook post and Instagram post. Most likely, he'll be at Queen City Saturdays, Queen City Lounge, and stuff like that. Also, the comedy clubs, look out for his posting. Corey says he's invading next week. J Movie Mania. Well, if you're going to be on deck, maybe we'll have chaos next week. We'll have everybody. Hendrix, if you're still in, let's join in.
Get
Let's
all
have
these
everybody.
people in here.
Let's get everybody in here. Fuck it. Let's get everybody all at once. So,
All right, we'll get them all in here.
let's have a hectic week next week. So, thank you for joining in, tuning in, guys. Have a great night. Good fight. Good night. Thank you once again.